Let's take a look at classes in Swift. Now, classes are a great way to group code together to use it over and over again. So when would you use a class? Let's say in your app you have, I don't know, a person, like a person item. Now, this person would have a name, an age, an address, and you'd have to keep track of those things. Now, every person has the same attributes, but they all have different attributes. So, how would you go about organizing all these attributes into one clean area of code? Well, classes let you do this. So let's create a class, and let's call it person. So right here, we're going to create a class. And it's easy as writing the word class, and then you write the name of your class. 2 curly brackets, and now you can start declaring some stored properties. So our person class needs a name, so we'll create a variable, call it name, and name will be of type string. And for now, we'll set it to, I don't know, Bob. That'll be the default name for our person. Next, we'll create an age for our person, and this will be of type integer, and we'll set it to 25. That'll be the default age. Thirdly, we need an address. Where does this person live? So let's create an address variable, and we'll also create it of type string, and we'll set it to 10 Wallflower Hills. Okay? So here we created our first class. Now we're going to create an instance of our class and assign properties to it. So to do that in Swift, it's fairly easy. Let's create a variable called new person, and it'll be of type person. So right there in line 18, we created an instance of our person class. So now we can start setting its attributes. We can say new person.name is Fred, and then we can set his age to 30, and then we can also set his address to 16 Wallaby Drive. Alright, so now if we print our new person, we should have the name of Fred at the age of 30 and the address 16 Wallaby Drive. So let's do that. So we're going to print his name. We're going to print his age. And we're going to print his address. And it should return Fred 30 16 Wallaby Drive. So let's run it and look to our console. So Fred 30 16 Wallaby Drive. So it came out as predicted. So now let's create a new instance of our class. Sorry, not a new instance, but let's create another person and set it equal to our new person. And then we'll say another person dot age equals 15. Okay, now if we print new person dot age, our original age, I want you to ponder what will be the console output. So think about it for a second, and we're going to run it. It's 15. It's not 30. So you might be thinking, Fessel, why is it not 30? We explicitly stated that new person's dot age was 30, and another person's age was 15. This is because classes are passed by reference and not by value. What this means is that when we created our another person, we referenced all the properties from new person to another person. So we created that shared instance. When we mutated the age to 15, since it's a shared instance, his age is also changed to 15. Now, you might be wondering, well, how can I do this without, how can I retain their own unique ages? Well, we could simply change this from a class to a struct, like so. Now, the difference between structs and classes is that structs are value type. So each instance of a struct creates an independent instance. So now if we run it, newpersons.age is 30 because it was not passed by reference, it was passed by value. So here they retain their own unique objects, and that is the difference between classes and structs. Well, classes also have inheritance while structs don't, but for the most part they're pretty similar. But that is the tutorial on classes and structs, and I'll see you in the next video.